India declines to sign SCO statement. SCO is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. India declined to sign or endorse the joint statement at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization defense ministers meeting in China and pushed for including tougher language on terrorism that would reflect the Indian position, particularly since the Pahalgam attack on April 22nd. As you all know, Shanghai Cooperation Organization is a grouping which includes China, Russia, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, India, Pakistan, Iran, Belarus. The Defense Minister Summit concluded. On our behalf, Mr. Rajnath Singh went, but he refused to sign the joint statement as the joint statement did not include any condemnation on with respect to Pahalgam terror attack which happened in India, Kashmir on April 22nd. This was the issue. Next important news is Axiom-4 mission docking successfully completed and our group captain Mr. Shubhanshu Shukla have created a history by becoming a second Indian to enter into the space. Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla of the Indian Air Force created history on Thursday afternoon, that is June 26th, by becoming the first Indian to enter into the International Space Station. He is the first Indian to enter into the International Space Station. As a Dragon crew capsule carrying Mr. Shukla and 3 other astronauts as a part of Axiom-4 mission circled Earth, he greeted the people back home with a namaskar from space. A namaskar from space. They are going to stay in the space for next 14 days and they are going to conduct various scientific experiments. And coming back, the next important news. Telangana CM called for united fight against drugs. As June 26th is Anti-Drug Addiction Day, so Chief Minister Revanth Reddy cautioned against the growing drug menace in the state, calling upon citizens, institutions and youth to take collective responsibility in eradicating the threat. This is very important, and the event was organized by Telangana Anti-Narcotics Bureau and also a special enforcement unit called EAGLE. Even if you observe, in Andhra Pradesh also it is called EAGLE. EAGLE, a special enforcement bureau with respect to anti-drug operations in Andhra and Telangana. It is also called as EAGLE. Okay, please do remember. Coming back, if you see news from the south, there is an issue in Kerala. Kerala governor, in various functions at Raj Bhavan, he is placing Bharat Mata picture, and before the event, he is organizing a small respects to her. And Kerala CM and government, their argument is that Bharat Mata photograph is not mandated in the constitution or any other law in India. CM of Kerala notifies Raj Bhavan on display of national symbols. Kerala CM Pinarayi Vijayan has notified the Raj Bhavan that the constitution mandates that it can display only national symbols at state functions attended by governor. Officials confirmed on June 26 that Mr. Vijayan issued a communique to the governor's office based on Wednesday's cabinet findings. That the constitutional protocol forbids using, displaying or exhibiting political and religious iconography at the events graced by the governor as the de jure head of the state. So this is the issue that is going on in Kerala. Coming back, the entire Hindu paper today editorial page is replete with news with respect to Israel. Israel must be reined in for peace and stability in West Asia. The 12-day war between Iran and Israel ended with a tense ceasefire. Israel claims that it has set back Iran's nuclear program by years in a historic victory. But the reality appears to be more complex. Iran has suffered enormous damage. Its key nuclear facilities were attacked. Much of its top chain command was eliminated, and its air defenses proved virtually ineffective. More than 600 people, mostly civilians, were killed in Iran. It will take years, if not decades, for Iran to rebuild what it has lost. Yet, victories and defeats in wars are not measured by material losses alone. Despite the losses and clear power imbalance, Iran has refused to capitulate. Its government recovered swiftly from the initial shock of June 13th. So, this is a story. So, now the entire world community should persuade Israel to bring stability in West Asia. In order to bring stability in West Asia, Israel should be reined in. Israel should be persuaded. And one more article. The article is from the retired Indian ambassador specializing in West Asian affairs. The Israel-Iran ceasefire, managing the blowback. The cessation of Israel-Iran hostilities announced by American President Trump sets the stage for the denouement of the horror drama that began on October 7, 2023, with Hamas launching its Operation Tufan al-Aqsa. While the fog of war and rounds of one-upmanship make the immediate foreground inact, unless the choreographers take due care, the finale is certain to be disruptive as the main act has been. Next important news is voter registration being subject to fraud. Beginning with the Maharashtra Assembly elections last year, opposition parties have made many allegations regarding manipulation in electoral rolls. The leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi, and others have raised the matter both inside and outside the parliament. The Election Commission of India has maintained that it is impossible to tamper with the voter rolls. 2 days ago, Election Commission of India issued instructions for holding special intensive revision of electoral rolls in Bihar for the assembly elections to ensure that the names of all eligible citizens are to be included. The names of no ineligible citizen should be included, and to introduce complete transparency in the process of addition or deletion of electors in the electoral rolls. Is voter registration being subject to fraud? It's a discussion. So recently, Election Commission of India have issued SIR, Special Intensive Revision of Voter Rolls. SIR means Special Intensive Revision of Voter Rolls. So the news is coming 16th world page. Defiant Khamenei hails victory, downplays impact of US strikes. Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei on June 26 said that American President Donald Trump exaggerated the impact of American strikes on Iranian nuclear sites. In his first appearance since a ceasefire in the war with Israel took hold. In a statement and televised speech carried by state media, he hailed his country's victory, that is Iran's victory over Israel, and vowed never to surrender to the US, while claiming that Washington has been dealt a slap after striking Iranian nuclear sites. Next important news, people seek humanitarian aid in Gaza, risking their lives, says UN rights chief, calling for a ceasefire, release of hostages, and an humanitarian assistance with an all-out effort to Gaza. UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, Volker Turk, on Thursday said it is heartbreaking to know that people who need humanitarian assistance risk their lives to get food or material assistance. So it's very pathetic situation. Very, very pathetic. People who want food or some other humanitarian assistance, they are risking their lives to get that. They are risking their lives to get that. And coming to the other important news from Bangladesh. Bangladesh declares August 8th as New Bangladesh Day to mark Muhammad Yunus-led interim government. As you all know, last year August, 2024 August, Sheikh Hasina flew away from Bangladesh, and the chief advisor of interim government was Muhammad Yunus, who was earlier Nobel Peace Prize winner also. And you all know that the entire episode in Bangladesh was turned upside down against Awami League, and Awami League symbols were destroyed, and Bangladesh Formation Day and all other important Bangladesh events were cancelled. Now they are declaring that it's a new Bangladesh Day, that is August 8th, the day on which Muhammad Yunus assumed his office as the chief advisor of the interim government. And the other important news, Jagannath Ratha Yatra 2025 begins today, that is on June 27. The holy city of Puri in Odisha is witnessing a vibrant spiritual fervor, and much awaited Jagannath Ratha Yatra started today. Celebrated with immense devotion and grandeur, the annual chariot festival of Lord Jagannath, also known as Sri Gudincha Yatra, is considered as one of the most sacred occasions in Hindu calendar. This divine journey mentioned in the Skanda Purana is symbol of deep faith and promise of liberation. Is a symbol of deep faith and promise of liberation. And Jagannatha, Balabhadra, Subhadra. So there will be a very good and it's a pure yatra. It was Jagannath Radha Yatra. It's a very famous yatra. It's going to start. Already I think it started in Orissa today. Coming back, 5 tigers died in Karnataka's wildlife sanctuary, Male Mahadeshwara Wildlife Sanctuary. Poisoning was suspected. The unnatural death of a tigress and her 4 little cubs, in the Male Mahadeshwara Wildlife Sanctuary in Karnataka's Chamarajanagar district has raised serious concerns among forest officials and conservationists. The carcasses were discovered in the Hogyam range of the sanctuary, close to the Ganjanur Mahadeshwara Gudi Bayala area. So, a half-eaten cow carcass was also found in the vicinity. So, now it can be a chance of poisoning. People are now suspecting that. So, there will be an investigation. And in Bangladesh, another bad episode. A Durga Devi temple was destructed in Bangladesh. You all know that from last year, minorities were attacked, temples were attacked, Hindus were attacked in Bangladesh. And now Durga Mata temple was attacked in Bangladesh. India has condemned the destruction of Durga Mata temple in Dhaka and said that it was allowed by the interim government. Otherwise, how come miscreants will go and attack the temple? Reiterating the stance that the Bangladesh government must protect Hindus as well as other religious institutions, ex-Affairs Minister spokesperson Randir Jaiswal said India is prepared to engage with Bangladesh in all matters if the environment is conducive. In all matters, India is prepared to discuss and dialogue with Bangladesh if the environment is conducive. Next interesting news, China's mosquito drones. China military unveiled mosquito-sized drones for special missions, very small sized. China's military unveiled mosquito-sized drones for special missions. A tiny drone that looks like a mosquito has been unveiled by China. It was built to fly quietly and secretly, causing concern that it could use for spying or dangerous missions or special missions. This small drone has 2 yellow wings like leaves, a thin black body and 3 wiry legs, and it can be used for spying and hacking, and it can be used for other activities also. Donald Trump hints a great trade deal with India. American President Donald Trump hinted a very big trade deal with India weeks after a team of negotiators from India and America held 4-day closed-door talks on the trade agreement. So, Donald Trump is saying that a very good trade deal is going to be finalized with India. And this is a good news for India also, because after Donald Trump assuming power, he threatened all the countries with tariffs. Now, if you have a proper trade deal with America, as America is one of our largest trading partner, we are expected to have that. Have a very good trade deal with India also. It is beneficial for India also. So, these are the important news for today.